Really thought this outfit was cute before I put it on my body, and now I'm just kind of like, okay, this is what we're working with today. Hey y'all, it's Brody, and today I'm here to tell you about the Bias Breaker Readathon. No, this is not the Bias Wrecker Readathon, which is what I keep calling it in my brain because I am K-pop garbage. This is the Bias Breaker Readathon. This is a readathon that will be running from November 4th to November 20th, and it was created by Kat from Biblio Obscura. Now, Kat reached out to me and 7 other people, so there will be 9 hosts in total for this Choose Your Own Adventure readathon. Like I said, this is the first round, and it is space-themed. So, like I said, this readathon runs from December 4th to the 20th. There are 9 co-hosts, myself included, and there are 3 teams. So each of us will be leading our teams through the galaxy to victory, completing the readathon. You could be a privateer pilot with Alicia, Bert, and Kat. You could be an interstellar spy with Xian, Sage, and Donna. Or you could be on the best team, I think, which is the Renegade researchers with myself, Jordaline, and Henry. All of these people will be linked downstairs. There's a whole Google Doc with all of our information. You can find out places to go follow them and support them. More information about the individual teams, just go check down in the Google Doc that has everything that you need to know. I will also be linking Kat's announcement video where she goes much more in-depth about everything, has timestamps and everything as easy for you to understand as possible. So yes, I am one of the Renegade researchers along with Jordaline and Henry, and we hope you join our team. Join any team you want to, as long as you join in. It's going to be really fun, but I know that personally I would like to have you on my team. There will also be days where all of us are taking over on social media to do like reading sprints, and we all have like photo challenges and text challenges for you to do. There's just a lot of fun things going on with this readathon, so make sure you go check it all out. Challenge number 1 is to read the group book or show your TBR. The group book is Earthlings by Sayaka Murato. I will not be reading the group book because of some of the content. It's very triggering for me personally, so I decided to opt out of that. So instead, I will be showing you my TBR at the end of the video. I encourage you to check trigger warnings. It has like some child abuse, child rape stuff that I can't do. So check more into it, see if it's for you. I've heard it's an amazing novel. I'm just not in a headspace to read that right now. 2, read a book with a non-binary, genderqueer, or genderfluid main character or author. Number 3, read a book with a bisexual, pansexual, or aro-spectrum main character or author. Prompt 4, read a book with a physically disabled or neuroatypical main character or author. Next prompt is to read a book set in the Middle East, Africa, South or Southeast Asia, or non-US/Canadian Americas. Number 6 is to read a book that was translated and is in a language other than your first language. Number 7 is to read a book by an Indigenous main character or author. Number 8 is a secret midway mystery challenge, so you will have to participate and be following the social medias and stuff to find out what that is. It will be announced during the readathon. Are you excited? I'm excited. Number 9 is to break your own book bias and read the opposite of what you normally read. Prompt number 10 is to read a book set in or written by an author from a country you know nothing about. 11 is to read a book with a main character who is completely different from you. And then the final prompt is to attend the live show with all of us. Live show date is TBD. I'm sure that will be announced on the social medias, so make sure you're following them, like I said, and getting all of the most up-to-date information. You don't have to pick a specific team. You can travel this entire map if you want to. You can read all the prompts. You can read one of the prompts. You can pick and choose from each team. You can combine books. You can read books in and out of order. It does not matter. What matters is that you are reading and you are having fun with us. So because I am the Renegade researcher co-host, I'm going to be showing you the books that I'm going to be reading for our prompts. Number 1, like I said, is to read the group book or share your TBR. That's what I'm doing right now. So Renegade researcher then goes to prompt number 3, which is to read a book with a bisexual, pansexual, or aro-spectrum main character or author. For that, I'm going to be reading Ghostwood Song by Erica Waters. This has been pitched to me as like a southern gothic young adult queer horror novel that involves the devil and a fiddle/violin. I'm very excited to read it. This cover is beautiful. My friend Wheezy, who has the podcast Southern Gal Reads, has absolutely loved this book and recommended it to me. I'm so excited to read this. Y'all, this fucking cover. You may remember me talking about this in one of my videos earlier in the year, but I praised the book Snake. I love me a good book snake. And I believe the protagonist in this is bisexual. Next, for the Renegade researchers, is to read a book that is translated and was originally written outside of your first language. For that, I'm going to be reading volume number 13 in the Pokemon Adventures Gold and Silver manga. Pokemon. How do I explain Pokemon? Trainers going around a region, battling gym leaders, catching little monsters in Pokeballs. It's a fun time. I don't know how to explain Pokemon any better. It was originally written in Japanese, translated to English. I'm trying to work my way through the entire manga series, and I need to read some manga. I'm long overdue for a manga break. Then is the Secret Midway Challenge, which I can't tell you right now. So like I said, make sure you're following the social medias. The next prompt for the Renegade researchers is to break your book bias and read the opposite of what you normally read. So I put on Twitter, hey Twitter followers, aside from nonfiction, what do you think I read the least of? We got some classics, we got some historical fiction. I do not have any classics on my TBR shelf, and all of the historical fiction that I own on my TBR shelf is by Indigenous authors, which is something I read a lot. I just got done doing an entire month of reading books by Indigenous authors, so I figured, let's be really honest and go with a nonfiction. I will be reading What Stands in a Storm by Kim Cross. This is a nonfiction book about the superstorms that swept through Tornado Alley in southern US in 2011. This is something that I lived through. This is something that scarred me emotionally for years. This is the reason I slept in blue jeans for like nearly a decade afterwards. I'm just going to read you the flap, and also I will leave articles downstairs for you to go check out if you want to learn more about this event. April 27, 2011 marks the deadliest day of the biggest tornado outbreak in the history of recorded weather. 349 tornadoes touched down, and you could see like the scars on the land from like space. 2 things I never do: address my childhood trauma and read nonfiction. That's all I have for you today. I will be posting recommendation videos to fit more of the bias breaker prompts, so keep an eye out for that video. That'll be really fun. Go follow everyone I've mentioned downstairs. Everything that I've mentioned, period, will be down there, so just go check the description. Comment question of the day: are you excited to participate in bias breaker? What team are you going to be on? Are you going to be on the researchers? I think you should. If you don't plan on participating, or you just don't want to answer the comment question right now, you haven't made up your mind, leave me an emoji, preferably a yellow heart, so I know you made it all the way until the end. Or if you're using a keyboard, you can leave me that heart. Alright, I hope you have a wonderful whatever it is, wherever you are. I will see you next time with another video. Thank you for watching. Okay, cool. Bye.